Okay.
Shot clock down to 6.
C says we're live. Here come Connecticut.
Short. Rebound Charles. Connecticut.
Yep, there we go. We're live. We're good.
Live. Okay, guys, we are live. Welcome back to the last episode of Ladies First of 2021. I'm your host, Amber Vickers. I got Nick to the right of me, and we are watching Chicago and Connecticut go at it. Okay, Dawson, we're watching Chicago and Connecticut go at it. Man, I've missed the first 7 minutes of the first quarter, and I'm regretting it. Nick, what did you see in the beginning of the first quarter?
Well, what we have seen at the beginning of the first quarter is Chicago, the Chicago Sky, basically carrying that momentum from game one, that dominant victory in double overtime over. And they started out the game with the first 11 points. Connecticut seemed to struggle. They weren't being able to hit shots, but Connecticut started to come up strong. It's kind of interesting because Kurt Miller had benched Brianna Jones and Jonquil Jones, and then as soon as he did that, Connecticut went on a small run. So I don't know if there's going to be certain stretches of the game to where he's going to want to go with a smaller lineup or so. But it seems to be working. So we just ended the first quarter. Connecticut, I think, is down 4. So it'll be interesting. But let me just say, I'm honestly happy for Chicago, man. Like this is the team that we all expected them to look like at the beginning of the year. This team is sharing the ball like crazy. They're getting into the paint. They're knocking down shots. Like it is crazy because going into game one, I thought considering Connecticut's had the first 2 rounds off, they're going to be well rested and ready. But there's a lot of rust with Connecticut. They were missing a lot of easy opportunities. Dwana Bonner missed about at least 6-7 easy looks. And I'm just like, what in the world's going on? But even when Connecticut was making those runs in game one, I think Chicago was just way too strong. Courtney Vandersloot had a dominant performance. Candace Parker had a good performance. Kalia Copper. So I think it was just too much firepower for Connecticut to contain in that game one.
Man, and you know what? I was wondering how Connecticut would come out game 2, right? You're on your home floor. You're down 0-1. You can't go back to Chicago down 0-2. So what kind of energy was Kirk Miller expecting? They go down 9-0 to start the game. We know Chicago likes to run and Connecticut likes to play a half-court game.
That's true.
These styles are very contrasting. They just don't mix. It kind of reminds you of, let me think of a half-court team. The Lakers are a half-court team. I would say the Lakers are probably a half-court team because of low post dominance with Anthony Davis.
That's true.
Older. Against a young team like Memphis that I probably want to get out and run, right? So when you have these two styles that are so different, how do you think each coach, James Wade and Kirk Miller, goes into looking at how to slow down or speed up, right? How do you think that happens, Nick?
I honestly have no idea, to be honest, but let me just say that I don't know. I just cannot imagine Connecticut going down 0-2. To be honest, I just can't do it. And the thing about it is that Chicago was just playing so well at the same time as well. Honestly, man, they've been so dominant for these first 3 games in the postseason so far, and they really just continue to elevate every single game. So, but I think the thing about it is that I think another reason why Chicago has such an advantage is because I feel like these are 2 teams to where you have to have the rebound advantage in order to win games, and I want to say Chicago had the rebound advantage in game 1 by 7-8 rebounds. So this is going to be that type of matchup because we know how dominant in the low post Jonquil Jones is, Brianna Jones, Alyssa Thomas, then of course you got Candace Parker, Azrae Stevens, Stephanie Dolson. So I think this is going to be a series to where whoever has the most rebounds is definitely going to have the edge.
Man, and when you think of Connecticut, right, and you look at their team, the MVP, 6th man of the year, coach of the year, right? The next game, we're going to get 6th man of the year runner-up and a 6th man of the year winner in Kelsey Plum, De'Arthur Hamby. So you see that with Vegas, and you love it. You love it with Vegas and that they have that offensive firepower. But then you look at Connecticut, they have offensive firepower as well with 6th man of the year and MVP. And Chicago has one vet they wanted really bad, and they got her in Candace Parker. And I think they're playing for her in a sense. I think they are playing to keep her legacy alive, to bring a championship to Chicago in a sense. That would be beautiful to watch because Chicago has been like on that cusp. Copper talked about it. They've been on that cusp, and they get Candace Parker, and now your whole confidence and your mindset changes when you get such a great player like Candace Parker. Unwrapped Sports Network said, "Let's go crazy playoffs." Yeah, this has happened. I stayed up and watched that Vegas and Phoenix game, and I was dead tired. Like I went.
I was too. I definitely was.
This Eastern Conference time zone is killing me, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Oh, I bet. It's probably definitely different, and it's crazy. I mean, I've always lived in like Central Time, but I can't imagine like how it is living in that Eastern Time zone. It's probably a lot crazier.
It is because I'm like, okay, the game come on at 8. I gotta stay up. Game come on at 10. I gotta stay up till midnight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm able to watch it, so it's all good. But Candace Parker has brought a different dynamic to this team. I think the growth of Jonquel Jones has brought a different dynamic to Connecticut's team. Can you think of any other player on either squad that also brings that different dynamic to their teams and kind of just pushes them over the top?
We talking about as far as both teams or just
both teams, Chicago and Connecticut.
Let me see. Well, for Connecticut, I mean, we obviously know, what Jonquel Jones and others bring to the table. But I feel like maybe in order to like really take that hump, I think maybe Natisha Heidemann, with the versatility that she brings, being able to get to the basket, being able to knock down shots. And then for Chicago, honestly, I'm going to say, whenever I look at their game, like whenever Diamond DeShields is like assertive, locked in, not even just scoring, just, being a good passer that she is as well. I think that also elevates them because I mean we obviously know how great Candace Parker is, Tony Vandersloot, Kalia Copper, and those other players are. But I feel like when Diamond DeShields is locked in and focused, she definitely gives Chicago a better chance of winning.
Absolutely, and we've talked about that before with Diamond DeShields. Like some games it seems like she's into it, some games it doesn't. I think James Wade needs to find her more minutes. I mean, she went 3 for 3 in the first half in game 1. Kind of got her foot underneath her. And like, okay, it's that confidence that she needs to see that ball go in, right? And she shoots another 3 and she hits it. That's 2 threes in a row for Diamond DeShields. She has the last 6 points. I love her, right? I loved her in college. She played at Tennessee. Go Vols.
Yeah.
And when Chicago drafted her, they were like, okay, this is going to be our cornerstone piece, right? This is our cornerstone piece. This is what we're going to work to build around. And then you get other players to come join Chicago. And now you have a team. Now you got a squad. And they're playing with so much confidence right now. Jiminy Christmas. Ooh. Okay, Quigley. I love the way
it's getting tight. It's getting tight right now. Connecticut finally got their way back into it.
Yeah, they did. So DeShields hits 2 threes in a row, and then Quigley hits that nice little floater. I want to see Connecticut win one because they were so close.
They have to win. I think it's required. You got to win this one. I mean, you have two opportunities on your home floor, and you drop both of them. That's not going to be a good look, especially when Connecticut's coming off of these 3 awards: MVP, Jonquel Jones, the most improved players, Brianna Jones, and then you got the Coach of the Year, Kurt Miller. Everybody's looking at y'all, especially with the way that y'all closed out the season, winning those 13 games in a row. Everybody's looking at them as being the top dogs as far as being a contender. And if they go down 2-0 on their home floor, it's not going to look too good. Oh yeah, it's over once it goes to game 3. Yeah. Unless somehow a miracle happens, because I mean you never know.
They do happen. I mean, if Chicago can take two in a row away from the hottest team in the WNBA, then I mean Chicago's just getting every look they want. I feel like on offense. How do you adjust? Like, what are the adjustments you make? That's a good pass.
I think you definitely got to keep Chicago out of the paint because honestly, like Chicago's getting a lot of easy. I mean, I know they're knocking down shots as well, but they've got a lot of easy opportunities at the rim. Like Kalia Copper's been able to slash her way and get into the paint at will. Candace Parker's getting easy looks around the rim as well. Same thing with players like Courtney Vanderstool. So I think they definitely got to have to cut off those easy opportunities under the rim because I feel like that's where Chicago feels like they have that advantage right now.
And chasing quickly off of screens has got to be
Mm-hmm.
the most. Oh, give me that. Okay, Diamond. Hope you saw that, Nick. I don't know. If
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it.
He gonna take out. No, leave Diamond in. Leave Diamond in.
That's what I'm saying. She's got to be the difference in my opinion.
Yeah,
Has to be the difference.
because when she's engaged, it's just hard to beat. You know, and Quigley's gonna do her thing. Like everybody understands their job, understands the assignment, as the kids say these days on social media, and that's important. And I think Dewana Bonner has to be aggressive for Connecticut on offense. Right now, she has DeShields guarding her, and she's taller than her. All she has to do is shoot over her. And she just did on that play to tie the game up at 33. So you got to keep Sloot out the paint. See? She can't keep out the paint. So I think you probably bring in Jasmine Thomas to play defense on Sloot. You have to, right? Yep. Here he comes. Here she comes. Started on good.
There we go.
Dang, I'm good. Very good, Amber. Very good. Put your coaching hat on for a minute. Ooh, that crossover was nice. She lost control of it, though. So you got Brianne January and just good hands.
Let me just say something about Brianne January. I definitely want to say that, I really love the way that she plays, but I'm so upset with her. I think it was after the first overtime she had an opportunity to knock down a 3-point shot to possibly win the game, but then she ended up passing it off to Jonquil Jones like with a second remaining. I'm like, you should have took that shot. Why are you passing it up? I mean, I get it, but it's like, that was a good look right there. So
yeah. And when you have the MVP, you kind of feel like, okay, let me get my
that's true.
ball. You know what
that's
I mean?
True.
In a sense. But you got to take the best available, right? Take the best available.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Got to do the LeBron method, right? I make the best play.
I saw that pass. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you got to look. Oh, man.
Yeah. And it's tough when you're in that position and you're trying to figure out, okay, that quick decision. What do I do with the ball next? Do I take a shot? Do I give it to my MVP? What's next? But this game is interesting. I want to talk about the other game though. The other game that comes on tonight at 10 Eastern. We had double overtime a couple nights ago with Chicago and Connecticut, and I missed the first half because my eyes were so tired I could not concentrate on two screens. So I saw the second half.
I don't blame you. Like it was the fourth quarter. Like I'm sitting on my couch. I'm like about to pass out too. So I definitely understand.
I couldn't do it, Nick. I couldn't watch both games at once. I just could not do it.
And it's gonna be tough too because now NBA season's about to come back, so they're about to have late night games. So I'm gonna be like, oh my God, like, how am I gonna keep up?
Nick, the struggles are gonna be real. Then college
it's gonna be very real.
Comes back in like a month and a half or about 2 months. And you're trying to figure this out. Alabama is just looking like they're recruiting so well right now. It's ridiculous for college basketball on the men's side.
Yeah.
So how does Phoenix slow down Vegas?
You got to slow down that scoring somehow, man. I mean, Vegas got too many players that can just get a bucket at will. Like, you got Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray was cooking them. Oh my gosh, she was cooking them. Raquana Williams was cooking them. Kelsey Plum, obviously off the bench. Like, and I mean, it's honestly a good thing for Vegas because I mean, obviously you have your MVP candidate, Asia Wilson, who's going to get hers, but but she definitely has a good supporting cast around her to where she doesn't really have to really carry the load like that. I think I want to say in like game one she had like 16 points, something like that. I can't remember the exact stat, but for her to be able to like not really have to carry the load offensively, and hers and Vegas still have a chance of winning, I just think that's remarkable. But I feel like I honestly think that Vegas will win this one, but I definitely feel like Phoenix is definitely going to make this a dogfight. I definitely cannot see them getting blown out or possibly losing by double digits going into this game too. I think you're going to have to go back to your guns. Feeding Brittany Griner down in the post. Trying to find opportunities for others for like and Sophie Cunningham, Brianna Turner, Kia Nurse, and others. So I mean, you basically have to go back to your guns, basically looking at yourself saying, how do we win those first two matchups against Seattle and against New York? So if they can do that, then I think they'll be fine.
Here's the deal: Skylar Diggins-Smith struggled, right? She struggled in game one, and they still had a chance. So that's a positive for Phoenix, right? I don't need Diana Taurasi to shoot 6 for what? She's 6 for 20 or 6 for 22?
I can't even remember, to be honest. But
she was
it wasn't great. It wasn't great. I'd say that.
Man, Tarazi was letting it go. I was like, goodness, DT. But that's what DT does. And she's trying to shake that rust off from that ankle injury and all the other injuries she's been dealing with. And she kind of limped around a little bit in game one. You saw it. Look, there's Breonna January's defense.
Let me just say this about Diana Taurasi, and I might disappoint a lot of the people. We understand how great she is. The accolades are there. A champion, MVP. You name it. But it might be time to hang it up, man. I'm sorry. It might be time.
because of injuries, or just because
just basically injury. I mean, I get it. There's not a lot of people in the WNBA that has a lot of heart that Diana Taurasi has. So at the end of the day, you definitely have that in her, but. Father Time does not care, about any of that at the end of the day, And look, I love Diana Taurasi. I think she's one of the all-time greats, but it just kind of sucks how, the past 2 to 3 years, it's been injury. So, we haven't really gotten a chance to really see what she can do, or how she can really help this new Phoenix team with Skylar Diggins, Brittany Griner, and the rest of them. So I know she probably won't retire, you know what I'm saying? Just because, that's just how she is, but it's just tough to really watch her as a fan. Just have to miss half of the season, then just not be 100%.
I agree, and I told you I don't think she wants to go out like this. I don't think DT wants to go out like this. So I think she'll come back another season.
Right.
I don't think Sue Bird wants to go out like this either.
I don't think she needs to either.
But I'm not saying Seattle's run is over with. They need to figure out what they're going to do.
They're not. They're not.
I think Brianna Stewart's going to resign. Jordan Canada is up. I think she's a free agent. So they're going to have to figure some stuff out. Connecticut's coming, right? You see what Chicago has. They're solid.
Chicago, Vegas is still going to be there.
Minnesota will be there.
Minnesota.
So you look at the top guns in the W, and you say, okay, these teams are going to be there. And Phoenix is not. It's not bad. Phoenix has a very good.
Phoenix has a great squad. Honestly,
yeah,
they
but
have
I think
a really
if
good
I
squad.
want my shots, Brittany Griner should get the most shots, followed by Skylar Diggins Smith in order for them to be successful. In my opinion,
I agree.
Taurasi cannot shoot 6 for 22 or 6 for 20. I think it was something like that. I know she only made 6 shots, but DT cannot shoot like that in Phoenix. When they were lucky, they were even in that game at all.
That's
the
true.
Other night, with her shooting so poorly. And she was just shooting the ball. I'm like, that ankle. And every time she shoots, it just seems like that ankle is just not quite there, but she's just kind of thugging it out, as I'll call it. She's just kind of thugging it out and doing it for the team. Skylar Diggins Smith needs to get going in order for Phoenix to be successful. Because if she doesn't get going, we know Brittany Griner is going to get hers regardless. She's going to get doubled. She's going to kick to those shooters. But Skylar Diggins Smith is the one that can't create her own shot. And she is aggressive on offense and defense. So I just want to see that fire back in Skylar Diggins' eyes in game 2. And they only lost that game by 6. So
yeah, they did.
I mean, they were in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were in it for the majority of the game, but it's kind of like I said earlier. Vegas, they got weapons, and I feel like that's definitely a tool that's really going to possibly help them win a championship, because when you already have a veteran and a champion like Chelsea Gray, as a new addition to this team, and then of course you have this damn near the same roster that made the finals last year. It's going to be tough to beat this team. So if they have that same type of game where Chelsea Gray is scoring at a high level, Kelsey Plum and the rest of them, the rest of the supporting cast, being able to find a rhythm offensively, it's going to be hard to beat Vegas.
Very tough. And when you look at Vegas and Chicago, they had such strong game ones, right? But people knew that Vegas would be there at the end, right? Or one of the teams there at the end. People knew Chicago Healthy would be there at the end.
Yep.
Do you think Phoenix is the surprise team in this Final Four?
Yes, especially considering how this season started out for them. I'm not going to say that they started out bad, but they definitely had a lot of their inconsistencies, which, it's not necessarily their fault, because, Taurasi missed a good amount of the time, and a few others. So for them to be able to come into the second half of this season after the Olympic break and go on a type of run, because I feel like their run didn't get appreciated enough just because Connecticut was so hot as well. So for Phoenix to come back and Brittany Griner come back and have an MVP type year. Skylar Diggins had a pretty good year. For them to come back and clinch the the 5th seed in the W, I think it is. Yeah, so for them to come back and clinch that 5th seed, and then of course upset Seattle in the second round. I mean, I understand that Breanna Stewart didn't play, but it's still the Seattle Storm at the end of the day. So for them to be able to knock out Seattle and then make their way into this conference semifinals, I just think it's remarkable.
I think it's beautiful to watch. We got former MVPs all over the place, and I think that's beautiful. Asia Wilson, Candace Parker. We got Jonquil Jones, new MVP. DT,
yep.
It's just so beautiful to watch all these MVPs, past and present. And it's just showing the game of basketball, how it's evolving and how one injury can set you back. We thought that, we didn't know what Stewie's status was. We were like, okay, with Stewie, okay, they're a Final Four team, right? They're
definitely. Oh, yeah, without question.
That's 23, 24 points per game you're missing. And that's hard to make up for. You and I were trying to figure out how they were going to make up for Stewie's absence. And then you look at Connecticut, after they got ramshotted in the Commissioner's Cup, albeit in the second half. The first half was pretty competitive.
That's true.
They come out in this second half of the season, and you're like, darn, they can't be beat. Chicago started the season off pretty good, then had a little slump. Candace gets hurt, Dawson gets hurt, Quigley's out. They come back. Okay, we're riding, we're coasting. Little slump, coasting, slump. All of a sudden, in the playoffs, they look like gangbusters. Vegas has just kind of been there all along. They've been along the ride. Phoenix gets hot after the Commissioner's Cup break. I call it the Olympic break. We can call it the Olympic break. They get hot, and you don't see that coming at all. So, and then Minnesota dealt with injuries, even though they're not a Final Four team, but they dealt with injuries all season long.
But they had a pretty solid year as well. I mean, especially Sylvia Fowles, who really came strong throughout this season. So
it's just so many surprises. Atlanta just not playing like we thought they would play. I didn't think Indiana would be that bad.
I thought Atlanta was going to make the playoffs, to be honest. I thought they were. I thought they were going to get at least that AC, because I'm looking at it. I'm like, Kennedy Carter, Courtney Williams, Monique Billings, like the rest of these players. This team can at least get you like a 7 AC, but unfortunately, it just never happened.
Yeah, and it hurt my heart to just see that from them. And that whole situation is just a dumpster fire, because they got to figure out head coach. They got to figure out free agency. They got to figure out Kennedy Carter. That was a bad pass. They got to figure out Kennedy Carter. They got to figure out a lot. And you got these teams that are pretty solid. The teams at the top are solid. Yep,
and they're going to be here too. They're going to be here for a while.
So if you're a team at the bottom, what do you do? Because I like Chicago.
Basically, try to do what you can do with free agency and just hope that that you can have a pretty good draft. Because I mean, the thing about it is that, like, even though a lot of these teams are at the bottom of the rankings, like, a lot of them have pretty solid young players. I mean, like Indiana, who has Kelsey Mitchell, Tiffany Mitchell, Tierra McCowan, and other great young talent. It's just that you need like an actual great team, like, with veterans and everything, to really help you and help guide you like along the way. Same thing with Atlanta. I mean, I know they missed the playoffs this year, but they have a pretty solid roster, and they made things competitive for a lot of teams. So I think going forward with these teams, I mean, particularly Atlanta definitely. I mean, I've said this numerous times. They got to make a decision about Kennedy Carter. Hopefully, this offseason they need to make some quick, because I don't know if that relationship can be repaired. Honestly, it might be able to. It might not. Who knows? But if they're not looking to go in that direction, then I hope they make a move right away. And just possibly hope that you can get another steal in the draft. I mean, I know they drafted Ari McDonald. That ended up working out well for them, so they might be able to figure something out in the draft next year.
Free agency is going to be interesting this year in the W. I think because they're making more money now.
That's true.
And will that play a part in where you go? Do you take the money for a bigger role, or take a little pay cut for a smaller role? Ooh.
It depends on the situation, honestly. I mean, if I can take a pay cut, let's say for instance that the Atlanta Dream offered me like the most amount of money, but I can take a pay cut possibly playing for the Aces, but a limited role. It's like, it's like what like it's like where do you see yourself? Like, do you want to continue to make the money and be a number one option, but likely miss the playoffs, or do you want to have like a role off the bench to where you're not really getting a lot of touches, a lot of opportunities, but you're on a contending team? So I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's really based on like what these players' mindsets are. If they want to win, or do they want to just be the number one option?
Caleb McBride went to Minnesota, right?
It's true. Mm-hmm.
He was in Vegas. Chelsea Gray went to Vegas. She was in LA.
Yep.
And Caleb McBride can score.
Yep.
Kelsey Plum, Caleb McBride, kind of the same type of player. Yeah, kind of. So when you're Vegas, you're like, okay. And McBride was like, I think I'm going to go to Minnesota, even though I know they got Sylvia Fowles there, right? They signed Aerial Powers.
They still got Nafisa Collier
and Crystal Dangerfield. So you're like, okay, Minnesota. What's Minnesota look like? At this point, we didn't know what Maya Moore was doing, right?
Yep.
Now we kind of know that Maya Moore is going to be married and be happy and continue to fight for social justice. We love you, Maya Moore. God, we love you, but we love you, Maya. We love you. That's all
we just need 2 more years. 2 more years, a little something, like just continue to like rack up the accolades so we can officially call you the WNBA GOAT. Now I'm just playing.
We just need to dip your toe in the water just a little bit. But we understand what we're happy for. So
she's got to have that itch, though. I don't know. It's tough. She's got to have that itch.
I know she be wanting to hoop. I know she be walking around the house like playing with an imaginary ball. Because if I haven't played basketball in a while, I'll be walking around the house playing with an imaginary ball. Like, I need to get it in. Like, I got that itch.
But hey, I mean, you just never know. I mean, you never know. Honestly, I mean, I know we may expect her to just not really return to basketball, but you never know. Going into training camp next year, we could possibly hear something that Maya Moore returns with the links for training camp. So honestly, you just never know.
Yeah, looks like Connecticut is getting some hometown calls too here because she grabbed Sloop, but they called the foul on Sloop. So
Connecticut's still playing pretty sloppy, to me, honestly. I think they need to clean up turnovers and a lot of other things. I mean, I know they're winning right now going into the half, but I think they can clean up a few things.
And Jacqueline Jones has 1 rebound and 0 points.
Yep.
And they're winning by 6. I think the guard play for this game has been very important for them. Rebound, Candace. There you go, Candace. They called a jump ball. Candace deserved them foul calls. Give Candace them foul calls. Goodness grief. But it's a battle down there.
It is.
She didn't aim from the rim at all. Where was that angle? That angle was, she didn't take the right angle on that layup. She just kind of threw it off the backboard. But okay, whatever. I can't get too technical. This game is not going to have me stressed tonight, Nick. I vowed to myself this next game will not have me stressed. But it's scary to see that Jacqueline Jones is scoreless with 1 rebound and Connecticut's up 6.
It definitely had me stressed last game. I'm not gonna lie, like especially going into that double overtime. I'm watching Chicago being able to knock down shots, and Connecticut just can't buy baskets. I'm like, yo, like what is going on? I swear, like I was getting so frustrated when I was watching Wnba just get easy looks and just not making them. I'm like, this is not you. Like, so you could tell there was a lot of rust on Connecticut. I honestly thought that they were going to take advantage of the rest in game 1. Considering that Chicago was coming off of two pretty tough matchups in the first few rounds, but it was just too much. It was just too much rust on Connecticut's side.
I agree, and they always say that play versus rust, right? And Chicago did not finish the season well. Let's just call it what it is. They didn't finish the season well at all, and Connecticut finished the season as the hottest team in the W. You're thinking, okay, Connecticut might go up 2-0. They might split. But everybody's thinking, oh, Connecticut's not going to lose game 1 at home.
Yeah.
Sloot has a triple-double. Candace has almost a double-double. Oh, there's Michael. Hello, Michael. Join Backstop Banter.
Michael.
MLB playoffs here in about an hour or so, him and Connie. So you guys go check them out. He's also One of the co-hosts of Count the Bucket.
Count the bucket. We got to do our centers. So Saturday, I got my list ready.
Okay, I
It's
gotta get my
not.
list together.
It's not in order, Michael. Trust me. I tried to do it in order. It's way too hard. So
I won't be on the show, but I'll put it in the chat, and mine will be in order. See, I'm doing y'all a favor. I'm putting this one list in order.
I can't do it. Like I was going through yesterday. And I'm like, golly, it's like what? I can't put this guy over that guy or this. Like you know what I'm saying. So I was like, here's 10. Like here's 10.
He said, "Not in order."
Not in order. I'm sorry.
You know what's very difficult to do is figure out what everybody's natural position is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we don't know. Thank you, Jimmy. Good old Jimmy. He's one of the newest members of the Unwrapped Sports Network.
Jimmy.
And then Michael says it ends up being in your favorite order.
We'll say that. Hey, just how about this? Like whenever I name the names, just imagine it in your type of order, basically.
We can do that. I like the way you think, there, Nick. I love the way
Definitely.
you think. Because when I think about centers, it's true bigs like Cat, Joel, the Joker. Steven Adams is a true big. Yusuf Nurkic is a true big. There's true bigs in the game.
Well, that's the thing. Like, do you consider Jokic a true big? I mean, considering that everything else that he could do. Because honestly,
Sabonis was a old school Sabonis was OG Sabonis was a
that's true.
Was a true big and he did a lot.
That is true.
Timmy D was a true big and he did a lot in that spurt. I think it's the offense.
That's
right?
True.
Because Jamal Murray's not a natural point guard.
I consider him a shooting guard oftentimes, but that's just me.
I do too. Speaking of the Nuggets, did y'all just see what? Did y'all see what MPJ got?
I think so.
5 years, $207 million.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I mean, I'm honestly in a group chat with a few other podcasts. Like they were upset about it. I'm like, I'm not really too mad about it. I mean, MPJ is coming. I mean, he did have a pretty good few years. Do I think it may be too early for that type of extension? Yeah, but I honestly see MPJ being an all-star soon.
But his rookie extension is due, isn't it? Is he due for a rookie extension? What draft was he in?
He was
20, Trae Young got his.
Was he 18?
Trae Young got his. Shea got his. Tatum got his last year. I'm trying to think.
He might have been 18. I can't remember.
So when did they get their extensions? Year 4 or year 3?
Maybe year 3 because Tatum went into year 4 last year.
Okay. Shea got their Trey. Luka got his. Luka's getting his.
Trey, MPJ was 2018.
That's the Trae Young draft, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, and the rest of them.
So DeAndre Ayton's going to
be
Luka. Shea was in that draft, had to be in that draft, right?
I think Luka got his extension last year, didn't he? I think
it's this year.
This year? Okay.
It's this year. They were talking about extending him. I don't know when they're going to do it, but let me think.
Oh, there goes BT.
She can't take 20 shots.
No.
The only person that needs to take 20 shots, honestly, for Phoenix is Brittany Griner.
I agree.
And then Skylar Diggins needs to be the next with 15 or so. And DT can get up 12. Now, if they're 20 quality shots, then I'm okay with it. But she was just chunking it seems like, at times. And I thought I was tripping. I didn't know what was going on. But let me think. Rookie extensions. Let me ask you a question while I'm thinking about rookie extensions. We're going to go back to WNBA for a minute. I know we're kind of bouncing all over the place, but Connecticut's up 6 at half, 45-39. It's halftime right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the WNBA, hear me out, the WNBA and the NBA's board of directors, players union need to come together to figure out to kind of balance the equal pay? I know you can't balance it the way that the NBA makes their money, right? Because they make an extreme, because their revenue, they play more games and things like that. So I get that. But do you think they need to come together? I think CJ is now the Is he now the president? I don't think Chris Paul's president anymore. The Players Association.
It's CJ McCollum now.
Okay, it's CJ. You think him and NECA's the president, right? For the women?
Yeah.
Okay. Him and NECA need to come together and figure out, what's in their CBA deal. Okay, so what's in the WNBA CBA deal? And kind of figure out how they can make each other better leagues together. Because, they are sisters and brothers, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be possible? I've never heard anybody talk about that. And I really want to see if we could dive into seeing how they both can become better leagues together.
Considering where the WNBA is heading, because we can all admit it's grown tremendously over the last few years. I can honestly see that happening because I think now they're really gaining a lot of more attention. The ratings are up, so the W is gaining some momentum over these past few years, especially now considering that it's his 25th season, and a lot of people are really talking about it now. I can definitely see that happening. So, in the past, I've had these conversations, with people about the pay, obviously, I've heard players like, I think Sue Bird and a few others complain about NBA's pay compared to the WNBA. So, I get that. I definitely get that. But I think my only dispute about it is that the W only played a total of 34, 35 games a year compared to the NBA 82. So that was always my argument. So I would love to see the W possibly expand a little bit more. Maybe I'm not gonna say play 82 games, but how about W play around 50 games a year? Where would you see that personally? So I definitely understand that they do deserve pay because in all honesty, for Sue Bird to not have the same type of contract as maybe a young player who's a young player in NBA that I could use an example of. I'll use Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson, I think he just signed a 5-year and $90-some million deal or something like that. I can't exactly remember.
Yeah, he got paid.
Yeah, so for Sue Bird, who's been in the league for 18, 19 years now in the WNBA, and for Duncan Robinson, who just came into the league probably 3-4 years ago to get that type of money. Congrats to him, but when I look at veterans like Sue Bird, I just think it's kind of insane. And then also another problem that I have is the flights of the WNBA. Why are they sharing flights with other regular people, in my opinion? I'm saying? These are professional athletes. I get it, but I definitely think that they need to do better with the flights, possibly first class, just kind of put them in a more comfortable position and a better opportunity. So if CJ McCollum and Nneka Ogwumike could possibly make something work, I'm definitely with it. Because I think the W is going to only expand and grow from here on out.
Yeah. I thought that was something. I have been thinking about that. I said, why don't they come together and see what they can do to improve, right? Let's see what Jimmy said. Jimmy said maybe if they restructured into a tier system where the players on each team make a percentage of the team's revenue rather than a flat guaranteed dollar amount. That might work.
I like that idea.
That's what they did for the Commissioner's Cup. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
I saw that.
I saw it on Twitter. I was reading the thread. I said, what the devil? So not everybody got paid $30K. They didn't split the pot evenly. They split the pot differently. So if you played a certain amount of games, and I was like, what?
I thought everybody got the same amount, to be honest.
I did too, until I read that thread the other day. And I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. So that actually Jimmy brings it up. So the tier, so if you are a, Jewel Lloyd, Stewie, Sue Bird, players like that, you got the 30,000, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, without question.
But if you're a player that didn't play much,
if you're a player like who else on the Storm Rockets? Mercedes Russell, maybe.
Yeah, but she gets good adequate minutes, so I don't.
She does.
I just don't understand it. But they could probably restructure it to a tier because the NBA is a tier system, right? If you make first team All NBA, second team, if you make an All NBA team defensively or just All NBA period, you're eligible for the Supermax, right?
Yep.
Okay. So they had first and second team All WNBA this season. Why can't they do that? Okay, if you make those two teams an All WNBA team defensively or, just team period. But I think that they should throw a wrinkle in this because if you're the WNBA team and you make both, say if you make, for instance, let me see a player that probably made both teams. Brittany Griner, did she make both teams?
I'll have to go look at the list again, to be honest. I can't remember
Okay.
exactly who made like which list. Hang on, I'll look it up.
If you win MVP, so Jonquil Jones, first team All WNBA, and then one MVP. That should be an extra bonus if you get both teams, right? I think that
I agree.
to see. It would be easier to quantify equal pay. Yeah, it would be. And the thing about Nick brought it up, they don't play enough games because they play overseas. So they'll go overseas and then they come back and get like a couple weeks off, maybe not even a couple weeks. Some play into their Euro League and then have to come over here, and the preseason has already started.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue as well. And I know they do make more money this season.
Yeah, the WNBA.com hasn't updated yet.
They are trying to rationalize it. It hasn't updated it yet?
No, I try to find it on WNBA.com. They only have it for 2020. I'm trying to find it for 2021. Let me see.
Hold on just 1 second. My TV is acting stupid. My iPad is acting even dumber. Let's see. Like, what the heck is that going on? All right. Nope, that's not it. All right, let's try this again. You gonna see anything yet?
Not yet. All right, so yeah, Brittany Griner is on the all defensive team, the second team. I'm trying to find.
Okay. I know the defensive teams came out. I'm trying to figure out if the WNBA teams came out.
They might have not yet. I thought they did. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I see. I'm trying to go scroll down. Wow, Brittany Griner didn't make the all WNBA teams.
Wow.
That's crazy. First team is Jonquil Jones, Brianna Stewart, Sylvia Fowles, Skylar Diggins-Smith, Courtney Vandersloot. Second team is Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Tina Childs, Jewel Lloyd, and Enrique Wnba. So Brittany Griner didn't even make the all WNBA teams, which is kind of surprising to me.
You don't say, Nick. You don't say.
This is why it's tough though, because I mean it's kind of like what we said last time. I mean, the top players in the league this year were all bigs.
Yes,
so
I agree.
So when you're doing like these all WNBA teams, I mean you have to sort it out from guards to forwards to the bigs. So it's just unfortunate to see like a lot of people that did actually have like MVP type years end up not making it.
Okay, so who made first team again?
Jonquil Jones, Brianna Stewart, Sylvia Fowles, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and Courtney Vandersloot. I'm actually surprised Courtney Vandersloot's in there.
I am too. Who made second team?
Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Tina Charles, Jewel Lloyd, and Enrique Wnba.
No DeWanna Bonner?
No DeWanna Bonner either. This is tough. In my opinion, I don't know if I would have put DeWanna Bonner there over Nafisa Collier. I don't know. I mean that'll be tough. Because I didn't think Nafisa had a really. I mean, she had a decent year, but I didn't think she had like a really great year. If we're gonna be honest.
So I would probably put DeWanna Bonner there then.
Okay.
That's interesting. I wonder if they're looking at position too.
I think they are. Honestly, I know Tina Charles had a really good year, but the Mystics also didn't make the playoffs. So would you slide Brittany Griner that position?
Probably. I mean,
it's tough.
She did lead the league in scoring. I mean, that's hard
true.
to take away from her. Dang. That's tough. That's tough. I think our second teams were all off. Well, not off by too much, but they were, off enough, I guess you could say. Because I had DeWanna. Did you have DeWanna on your first team, or did I have DeWanna on my first team? I had on one of the teams.
I think I had her on my second, to be honest.
Okay. I didn't have Sloot on there at all.
I didn't have Sloot on there either.
I mean, honorable mention though.
Yes, I mean Sloot played great in my opinion, but I didn't expect her to be in the all WNBA teams. But then again, it is all by positioning and everything.
True.
I would have put Enrique over Courtney, to be honest.
Yeah, you could put Enrique. I mean, her team did make the playoffs, and she can score. She can score.
Ooh, you know who else is not on here? Benaja Laney. I'm surprised.
I was just gonna say that. I thought if Natasha Howard had played the whole year, she probably would have made it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she came back like gangbusters.
Yeah, she did.
She came back playing really, really well. All right, I think the second half is getting ready to start. I watched a little football while the halftime show was going on. Oh, it has started. Okay, so I am well, not that late.
Drop was still scoreless.
Oh, Candace can't finish. Come on, Candace. Finish for me, baby. Finish for me.
They call a foul?
It was out on Connecticut.
Okay. All right.
It was out on Connecticut. What are you looking forward to in the second half?
Hopefully John Cole Jones can get going. I think that's definitely one of the main things. But just looking at this matchup, I mean, I know. I mentioned earlier, I know Connecticut's up, but I think they need to really tighten up the plan on offensive end, maybe, and possibly try to figure out how to go on a run. Because I mean, honestly, if you let the Chicago team too close, then I mean, I think they're honestly going to go on the run themselves. So if you're Connecticut, just try to put your foot on the gas and really try to make something happen, because it's really do or die for them at this point. If they go down 0-2, it's just about over. I'm sorry.
It's rough. It's rough on rats, as my mom would say, if they go down 0-2 and have to go back to Chicago.
Yes.
They are just not playing well right now at all. And Candace is missing bunnies. I need Candace to hit them bunnies. She's been struggling around the rim lately.
She has.
She talked about it too, but
which is crazy because I mean, she's been making her perimeter shots though, so that's a surprising thing.
I'd rather her finish around the rim because that's where she is
true.
most of the time. You know what I mean? I'd rather see that Candace finishing around the rim. She makes the easy bunny, although they were able to score on the drive from Azrae Stevens. She just kind of took Brandon Jones off the dribble. Connecticut's fighting for their life, and Phoenix is going to be fighting for theirs in game 2. My eyelids are going to be fighting for their lives.
Mine will too.
I haven't even ate dinner yet. Like, this is how
I haven't either, to be honest. It's crazy.
How bad it is. I think I might give me an 8-piece, half lemon pepper, half hickory smoked barbecue and call it DAY. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Wingstop has thighs now, and I don't eat thighs.
Wingstop. I'm not much of a actually I don't know. I mean, like it's like I like thighs, but then again, it's like I can't eat too much of it.
I can't eat thighs. I am not a thigh person. I don't like dark meat.
I did that.
Yeah, I just don't. If you give me like the small drumsticks, like I don't like big chicken legs. Is that weird? I don't like big legs. I like the small legs. My mom was like, Amber, what's the difference? I was like, well, the big legs have that darker meat on it, and the small legs don't. The meat is not as dark. I know I'm weird. I'm weird like that. But I'm a breast. I love chicken breasts, but they have to be made right because chicken breasts get dry.
That is true. I'm not a fan of breasts whatsoever. I'm sorry, for those who are, but I can't do it.
Nick.
What's that?
You don't like the chicken breast, Nick?
I can't do it, to be honest. I don't know why. I just never can.
When it's cooked properly, holy smokes.
I mean, it's good, but I mean, it's kind of like what you said earlier. I mean, it gets dry, and I'm like, I don't really enjoy this no more. So I mean, I'll end up having to grab a lot of hot sauce or something like that, just to make it taste better.
All those juices and flavor, and you just savor it. Oh goodness, Nick, come on, man. So what do you eat? Legs? You a leg guy? Wings?
I'm a leg and thigh guy. I'm gonna say that.
Leg and thigh. Okay.
And wings too. Wings as well. It's like for example, I mean, I honestly probably 3-4 years ago, I used to eat Popeyes a lot until now when I changed my diet. So I'm not a fast food guy as much as I used to be anymore. But whenever I go to Popeyes, I would usually just get a 2 leg and 2 thigh. That was about it. 2
leg and 2 thigh. Ooh, Nick. And eat one of them dry biscuits with it.
Oh no! I never ate the biscuits. My brother could eat the biscuits. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, how? It's just insane.
I'm not a big Popeyes fan. I mean, I like their chicken strips. I used to love their Cajun chicken strips because I'm a chicken strip gal. Of course, like me. I haven't had Popeyes in 6-7 years, probably.
Yeah,
When that chicken sandwich craze hit.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was buying that chicken. I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
I just stick to Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Before the chicken sandwich, it was probably like 2 to 3 years for me, and then I went that one time to try the sandwich. I mean, it's not bad, but I think people were hyping it up way too much.
Okay, so I didn't miss out on nothing.
You didn't really miss. I mean, it's basically like eating just a piece of chicken like with a bunch of like sauce on top of it. So if I had to choose which one's better, I'd probably go with Chick-fil-A as well.
Yeah, because I did my Chick-fil-A, my spicy chicken sandwich with extra pickles and barbecue sauce.
Oh god, you got to take out the pickles. Got to take them off. I'm sorry. You got to take them off.
Like pickles, Nick. I'm learning more about you every day. You don't like pickles, Nick?
Not a pickle fan. You got to take those off.
I eat pickles almost every day. I drink pickle juice because it's good for cramps. When I get done working out, I'll just grab the pickle juice jar and drink it. And it's cold. Holy smokes, Nick. This is so crispy when you bite into it. You don't like pickles at all. You don't like pickles.
I'm not a pickle. I can't eat it by itself. I can't eat it on a sandwich. I just can't. It's just something about it.
If I do eat a hamburger, I get extra pickles on it.
And then it frustrates me sometimes because whenever I go to Chick-fil-A, I'll forget to ask them to take it off of to take the pickles off the bottom, and then I'll end up taking it off. But then the pickle juice is already still on the bun. So
Perry said, "I don't mind the pickles by itself, but it'll ruin my sandwich." Man, pickles are the cornerstone to everything. Pickles and ketchup are the cornerstones to everything.
My sandwich will always come with the meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato.
No sauce?
Okay, yeah, sauce. Sometimes ketchup and mustard, depends. And mayonnaise.
You do ketchup, mustard, Nick, your sandwich is dripping.
It is dripping. It is definitely dripping.
How do you fit all those? I mean, I do mustard and ketchup.
I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes it do be falling over. I'll say that it do be falling over sometimes.
You just be doing too much, man. And then you want to talk about a soggy bun from pickles. You get a soggy bun from mustard, lettuce, and
that's true.
Mustard, ketchup, and mayonnaise.
That's true.
Are you a Miracle Whip guy?
Oh no, I can't do Miracle Whip, to be honest. It's just a little too sweet for me.
Okay, if we're ever near Louisville, you should come to Cluckers for wings and breast sandwiches. I'm biased, but it's really good. Okay. Okay. We're gonna try that out, Jimmy. I'm traveling. I'm doing a lot of traveling in my
Speaking of Louisville, I want to say something because I mean, it's crazy. Like when I was a kid, I was like a big fan of KFC, but now as an adult, I'm not a fan whatsoever. I just don't think it's as good as I used to. But I heard the KFC in Jamaica is like really, really good. So I don't know. I mean, if I'm ever in Jamaica, hopefully in the future, I might have to do that. I might have to make that.
But I heard Popeyes in the South tastes different. Like Popeyes in Louisiana is amazing. That's what I heard. But in
Louisiana,
yeah, it's not that good. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Perry said, "I don't do tomatoes unless it's puree like ketchup." Perry, you just being all fancy.
My God.
She said, "Nick dripping." Oh, goodness.
It is. You got to have the juices on the sandwich.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big ketchup fan. Like I'm almost done with, I have an industrial size bottle of ketchup and it's almost gone. I love ketchup so much. Like when I used to eat McDonald's way back in the day when I was in college, I used 1 packet of ketchup per nugget.
Really?
A whole pack.
That sounds like me. That's like how I used to be.
My friends was like, "Amber, why do you need a handful of ketchup?" And I was like, "I need a handful of ketchup." They give you 2 ketchups. I'm like, dude, I got a 6-piece nugget in a supersize. I'm going back to McDonald's. Supersize fry. I'm old. I'm showing my age. Supersize fry.
But you know what's so crazy? Like people might call me weird, but it's like I'll have ketchup on my sandwich, but I don't eat it with my fries. It's weird. Like I'd rather eat like honey mustard or barbecue sauce like with my fries. I just can't do it with ketchup for some reason. I don't know why.
Per nugget, yes, Perry, per nugget. I love ketchup. I can ketchup myself. Honey mustard for the win.
Oh yeah, honey mustard is always for the win.
Disgusting.
There's no way you're human, Amber. There's no way you're human if you don't like honey mustard.
Ketchup is the dominant condiment, guys. Ketchup. Telling you, I'm team ketchup all the way, baby.
Hey, anytime I go to Chick-fil-A, it's either honey mustard or Chick-fil-A sauce.
When I was going to Chick-fil-A, it was barbecue sauce or ketchup. Every now and then I would do ranch, but we know that I'm lactose, so that didn't sit too well. McDonald's really does skip you with the sauce. You spend $20 and they get
That's true. I used to order when I did eat McDonald's, I used to order like 20 piece. They would only give me like 2 honey mustard. I'm like, I mean, can I get like a little more? And then they would like get an attitude. I'm like, bro, like you can't expect me to like squeeze like 2 sauces with 20 nuggets. Like there's just no way.
Chick-fil-A gang and then sauce, you combine it with it takes a potato.
Dang.
Hey, they probably did put a little something in there. Connie, I don't.
That's why people keep coming back.
Yeah, and they're so nice.
They
it doesn't
are.
matter. They could be having a bad day. The line could be wrapped around Chick-fil-A, wrapped into the Target parking lot. It could
That's
be
a
wrapped
fact.
around. I'm gonna sit in that Chick-fil-A.
Oh
line.
my God.
In 5 minutes, I'm gonna have my food hot and fresh, and they're not gonna mess up, and I'm gonna get it with a smile.
I don't know how they did it one time, but there was one time I did go to Chick-fil-A, and I was literally in the road. I probably got my food in like less than 10 minutes. And you know what's so crazy? Like when I got to the window, I didn't even have to pay. Like they just gave it to me for free. Wow. Just because apparently I waited too long. I was like, I didn't wait that long, but all right, cool. I'm not gonna turn out a free meal.
If you see 3 cars in Wendy's line, you're just not gonna get it, right?
Oh yeah, Wendy's is probably the slowest.
Yeah, or 4 or 5 cars in Wendy's line. You're like, but if you see 10, 15 cars in Chick-fil-A line, you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? You just gonna do it. All right, Perry, here's Perry's rankings. Ketchup, barbecue, ranch, then mustard is the ranking. Okay, give me your top 4 sauces, Nick.
My top 4 sauces. Number one's got to be honey mustard. I got to go honey mustard.
Oh, you went this dang honey mustard.
Number two, I'll say ketchup. I'll say ketchup. Number 2. Number 3, I'll say barbecue sauce. And then number 4, mustard.
Okay. Let's see what Connie said. They kept lettuce on my sandwich one time when I didn't want it. I told them and got a free one. Yeah, that's Chick-fil-A. Service with a smile, baby. And I haven't had Chick-fil-A. I had it once since I've been out here. Does hot sauce count as a sauce? Yes.
Yes, it does. Definitely
does. A taco is not a sandwich, guys, okay? But a hot sauce definitely counts as a sauce. A taco is a taco, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Thought I was tripping. Okay, the game is tied 49-49 as we continue to talk about condiments. All right. I waited Chick-fil-A for 20 minutes once. The girl came out sprinting, never heard it.
They really are.
They're going to make sure they give you that customer service.
Honestly, if you ever see a Chick-fil-A employee upset, it's the customer's fault. There's no way it's like the employees or anything like that. The customer had to have done something to antagonize them.
Yep, I agree. And I asked somebody, because I used to be a regular in my Chick-fil-A in Yukon, Oklahoma, what is it like working for Chick-fil-A? And a lot of them say, I'm young, I'm in high school, it's good, good experience. The environment is good. They say the pay is pretty decent.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. Chick-fil-A workers might get paid than a lot of people, like regular like office jobs, to be honest.
They might do. But you better bring that service with a smile.
That's true. No attitude. You had to leave that. Better leave that at the door.
You better leave that at McDonald's. They are not having it. Hot sauce above all. I probably
see. My thing is, I can't do that because I don't eat a lot of hot sauce. So it's like I can't put it above the others that I eat more often. But that's just me.
Ketchup, hot sauce, barbecue sauce, and mustard is mine.
I don't know how you don't like honey mustard. You're like the first person I ever met that don't like honey mustard.
Honey who?
Oh man, y'all are hating, man. Honey mustard is, oh my god.
Honey who? Chicago up by 4. See, Chicago just goes on these.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Connecticut, they gotta put their foot on the gas. You can't let Chicago hang around. We saw that even in game 1 when Connecticut went on a lead. You let Chicago hang around too much. Mm-hmm. And then next you got a double overtime game.
All right. Perry said a hot dog is a sandwich, though.
Oh, God.
How we feel about the hot dog being a sandwich? This is hilarious. This is opened up Pandora's box. Obviously, I haven't eaten dinner yet, neither have Nick. See what you guys have done.
Well, the thing about it is that we do call, a hot dog is, well, I mean, a hot dog bun is considered regular bun, so I guess I can understand that. But a taco, we don't call it like a taco bun, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I guess I can understand that. So
Okay.
I'm not mad at the analogy. I kind of disagree with it, but I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
Very.
Hot sauce, honey mustard, ketchup, any type of buffalo sauce. Okay, Connie. Okay, I like
Hey.
that. Painfully nice. Jimmy. No, I'm putting hot sauce on everything. I do too. See, be real. I hate barbecue sauce. Connie, what? You hate barbecue?
You're not human either.
Come
You're
on,
not
hot.
human either, Connie.
Spicy barbecue. Ooh, mild Cajun and honey mustard and honey barbecue. You could tell you from the
Cajun.
South.
Cajun,
Cajun.
okay.
Yes, Cajun can be as a sauce. It could be a dry rub or a sauce.
Sure.
So if you're from the South, then you know what Cajun is like, I guess. All right. Yeah, New York, they didn't pull through. We're sorry, Connie, but it was a good game. It's just
I honestly stand by this. That last play where Sabrina got the ball that should have went to Benaja, considering that she just made the game time bucket. Benaja should have had the ball in her hands with it on that last possession. But that's just me.
I agree. Meat between bread, hot dogs for sure. By technicality. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not mad at it. But that's like a debate that'll go on like literally all day.
It will.
Honestly.
Connie Perry said, "Who hurt you?" Jimmy said, "Cajun." That's crazy. Yeah, he's from Louisville. I mean, Cajun could be used as a sauce.
Cajun is big.
He loves it. Okay, I like spicy barbecue. When people make spicy barbecue the right way, when it has that right amount of spice and sweet, holy shnikes, it is so good. And Buffalo Wild Wings got rid of one of my favorite sauces. They got rid of spicy barbecue, the hot barbecue. They got rid of hot barbecue. And I was like, what did y'all replace it with? Some kind of jamming jalapeno. I said, what in the devil? And she said, the lady at the counter said, this was one of our most popular sauces and we got rid of it. And I was like, why would you do that?
They sound like Taco Bell. Taco Bell always gets rid of like their best foods for some reason.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It never does.
It doesn't make sense.
The one item that everybody comes for, you're just like, oh, okay, we're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, like the double-decker taco when I was eating Taco Bell. The double-decker taco was my go-to. I love me a good double-decker taco. Loved it. Swing the ball to Sloop. She asking for it on the perimeter. Just swing the ball to Sloop. We don't do Betos anymore, Amber. I thought we moved on to Wingstop. We did. I do. I ordered Wingstop. I'm ordering it tonight. After
Perry, you're my guy, Perry, but I don't know if I can go. I don't know if I can go against the Betos. I'm sorry. I love Betos too much, to be honest.
But I would pick Wingstop over Buffalo Wild Wings, though.
Really?
Just because I know the quality of wing I'm gonna get at Wingstop.
That's true.
And Buffalo Wild Wings just disappoints me sometimes. The fries at Wingstop are just undeniable.
I think if I go as far as just, regular wings, then I'll say Wingstop. But if I go boneless, I'm probably gonna go Buffalo Wild Wings, in my opinion.
Also, you eat the nuggets with the sauce on them. That's what people call them, boneless.
Yeah. Don't hate, man. Boneless wings are one of the best. Okay. I ain't gonna lie.
Taco Bell, the fans love it. Get it out of here. Yeah, like the nacho fries. I think a lot of the fans like the nacho fries. Which, that's neither here nor there. But Chicago is up 1 going into the fourth quarter. Ooh, Connecticut. Jocko Jones is getting going. That's good, but they can't stop Chicago. So
they got to tighten up defensively. I know Kurt Miller has to be like preaching defense in that huddle.
He has to be. There's no way around it because you can't. How do I say this? When Chicago's knocking down shots, you know what they're going to bring defensively. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league. So how do you combat that? You just slow the game down, get Jocko Jones the ball, and that's what they've been doing. And that's what they've been doing here lately. Okay, Chelsea Gray, she fly for tonight's game. I love seeing the fits.
The
Like, you
fits
know
are
what I mean?
dope.
The fits. I love seeing
Hey,
their outfits.
especially Asia Wilson's the other day
Hmm.
with
She
the
got a new jersey.
jersey.
She got a
Oh,
jersey dress today too. She has
oh, does she?
is it Cheryl Swoops High School? I retweeted it. Hold on, Nick. Let me find it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, like these WNBA players be paying homage to like the goats, man. Like honestly,
These
like
celebrities.
you be see Candace Parker wearing Allen Iverson jerseys and everything. Oh, that's
Hmm.
nice. That's
The
dope.
Lisa Leslie looks like her high school jersey. Yeah, like I think the jersey dress just brings back the early 2000s, and we're doing it for the 99 or 2000. So hey,
Yep.
I don't mind it at all. The WNBA, we love it. Nick and I love it. Um, we love talking about it.
Definitely. The one thing I hate about W is that golly, it's like as soon as the season ends, it seems like it's almost a year till it comes back, and we're just like, golly.
Yeah, and then we can watch. But good thing I have women's college basketball to look forward
That's
to, right?
true. Yeah, that's true.
And then OU's good at softball, so I watch softball like crazy.
Softball's pretty good too.
It's so intense. But women's sports are amazing, guys. You guys should watch them. You're missing out on some good quality basketball. I mean, the whole Las Vegas Raiders football team was at the Vegas game. I
Hmm.
mean, they games be turned up in Vegas. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
they
they
do.
do.
Hey,
They
they're in
do.
Vegas. So they won executive of the year too this year, back to back.
Oh, did they?
Mhm.
Dope.
So Vegas is the place to be. They got a hockey team now, got the WNBA team there. If they get an NBA team there, they got an NFL team there. If they get an NBA team in Vegas,
I don't know why
Vegas,
they don't. To be honest,
Seattle, I don't care. You got the Raptors. I don't care. Vancouver, um, Vegas, Seattle, Vancouver.
you think it's maybe too many distractions for them to put an NBA team out there?
You got an NFL.
Possibly.
You got an NFL team
I
out there.
mean, yeah, that's
What?
true.
might, might as well. I mean, gambling and betting is so big now too in
Oh
sports.
yeah.
Might as well. So, Vancouver, Seattle. I think they're getting a new arena. I think the Storm are getting a new arena too. If I read that correctly. In Vegas,
Put an NBA team back in Seattle too.
yeah, that's what I'm going with it. All those towns or cities need an NBA team, and I have to throw one more Eastern Conference team in there. Eastern team. I wouldn't mind seeing New Jersey get a team.
New Jersey, even Philly, honestly, for the W.
I'm talking about for the NBA.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I got you.
I wouldn't mind
I wouldn't
seeing
mind that.
New Jersey. Bring back. I mean, the Nets are the Brooklyn now, but bring back
Hmm.
a team in New Jersey. I mean, their
I
fans were very
agree.
supportive. But for the W, the top 4 cities you think need a team for the W?
I think definitely what I said, Philadelphia.
Okay.
I would love to see one back in Miami too. To be honest, I feel like Miami will really support that team.
Okay.
What else is there? Maybe one in the Bay Area. I would love that. And
I miss Houston Comets, man, so bad.
oh yeah, Houston. I don't know why. It's like so many great teams, like the Houston Comets, the Detroit Shock. It's like I mean I know the Detroit Shock is now the Dallas Wings, but
Yeah.
people got to
Sacramento
move.
Monarchs.
Sacramento Monarchs as well.
Charlotte Stain.
Charlotte, yep.
Man. The team in Orlando.
Orlando Miracle.
Yep. And Nancy
Two-
Lieberman back in the day.
Too many great cities to have like WNBA teams in.
You know what, Jimmy? The broadcast on Amazon, it depends on where they're playing, if it's good or not. I will tell you that. The broadcasts on NBA TV are shaky too, honestly.
That's true.
With the WNBA.
But hey, WNBA League Pass was what, $16.99 for the whole year?
Mm-hmm. But WNBA League Pass wouldn't always give me good quality either. Like sometimes my games were free. Sometimes it would just, I don't know what it was. It would just black out. And I'd be like, what is going on? And I wouldn't be the only one having that problem. I'd be looking like, I'm not the only one that's having an issue watching the game. And that would frustrate the heck out of me because I'm like, man, I want to watch 2 teams once. So say, for instance, the team is on, NBA TV and I want to watch this other game that's on. it would kind of frustrate me. I think they're going to fix that. They're going to have to fix that. There's just a lot of glitches in the system. It seemed like they don't have a choice but to fix it, in my opinion.
And they need new commercials. I'm sorry. I mean, I think I had a lot of them memorized.
I do too. But Jimmy, they're going to get better at that. We're going to vow that they get better at that. And I understand your frustrations because depending on where they play, that's kind of the quality of game you got from Amazon, from NBA TV, and from League Pass. But if they played on ABC or ESPN,
I need WNBA on TNT. I need it.
Yeah,
I need TNT WNBA.
I do too. Connecticut's on a run.
All right. Yeah, they are.
You think Chicago's tired?
Might be, but I don't know. I mean, I am happy for Connecticut right now, but I'm not going to give them too much praise right now because at the end of the day, the game could change. So
too much time left.
Yeah, way too much time. You got around 7 minutes remaining. Mm-hmm. Chicago can easily make that run. It's gonna be a tight one. It's gonna be tight.
Man, I think Connecticut's finally getting what they want on offense, and they've tightened up on defense. So Kirk Miller did make that speech that you alluded to. He did make that speech. Chicago was still stagnant on offense.
Even though, I mean, Jonquel Jones is having, like, you know, not the best scoring game, but I will give props to players like Stephanie Dolson and Azari Stevens. I mean, they are making it difficult for her around the paint area. Like, I mean, even like I'm watching now, like Stephanie Dolson not allowing Jonquel Jones to get like an easy look, you know, as far as posting up. So I'll definitely give credit to that Chicago defense.
Jonquel Jones looks like a little baby to me.
She does.
She has that like baby face. I'm like, oh, which I don't think I know she's 50.
She got to be around mid-20s, I believe.
Okay, so maybe that's why. But she just has that baby face. Like, I just want to pinch her cheeks. Like, people love pinching my cheeks. I just want to go to Jonquel Jones and say, oh, so cute. But she's so tall. Like,
she is.
She is a massive woman. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to think of what this game would be like if Alyssa Thomas was healthy.
Oh, my God. The game would definitely be different. I mean, that would definitely give Connecticut another boost.
You think?
Especially considering that they just got Alyssa Thomas back. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would. Ooh, good pass. Ooh, good block. Ooh, that's off her head. Oh. It just seems like Jonquel doesn't have her legs underneath her for some reason, and I don't understand why. And it looks like Chicago needs that timeout.
Kalia's a pest. She is a pest.
Defensively, that was a great defensive rotation. Connecticut's locking up on the defensive end. I like it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be pretty tight because Chicago's played well defensively. I mean, Connecticut's having their moments defensively, so it's gonna be a tight one.
Nick, I can't. I can't handle it, Nick. It's just too much. I told myself I wouldn't let these playoffs stress me.
I'm all right. I was so stressed the night before in game 1. I was like, oh my God, like, where is this going?
I was like, man, I need to go to sleep. Yeah. I need to watch this other game. And I couldn't do any of it.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to educate myself on this whole Philadelphia situation. I guess Joel Embiid said some stuff about Ben Simmons.
Oh my God! So when you work for Sports Network, I mean, I work for the NFL. They had it all over the TVs today.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Football, and then breaking news. I told people his playing days in Philadelphia are done.
Oh yeah, they're done. They're honestly, like, if there's no way that he can come back from this. There's no way.
He's already going to sacrifice. What he said, was it like 31 million? Because if he doesn't play this season, he's like, I'm willing to sit out.
That's my thing, though. Like, what if it comes down to like the All-Star break and then Ben Simmons is still a Sixer? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do from there?
He's not playing. He said he's not playing.
Yeah. Golly. I sure hope he has some money saved to the side because, golly.
He has to. Like, ain't no way you can blow his contract. Well,
$31 million for the. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be reporting to training camp right now. There's no way I'm just gonna let 31 million just go away
But
like
you
that.
gotta think about it like this. Like nobody wants you there. I mean,
That's
Doc
true.
Rivers wants you there one day, next day he doesn't really want you. Like nobody, Wnba does not want you there. Nobody wants him there.
That's true.
Rich
That
Paul
is true.
Even want him there. That's his agent. Rich Paul was like, you will not report to training camp. Ben said, okay. Like, I guess is what we're doing. But can I say this about Ben? And they might drag me through the mud for it. He's sticking to his guns. And if he sits out the whole season, I'm one of the last player that set out a whole season due to this type of thing.
I've seen a lot of people try to compare it to the Kawhi situation in San Antonio. I don't think they're necessarily ideal because, I mean, Kawhi was dealing with an injury. He didn't want to play, and then San Antonio wanted him to play. So I don't really look at that as like the Ben Simmons situation just as the same as Kawhi's, because it's basically just, Ben just not wanting to play. Like, I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with him whatsoever. He just doesn't want to play. And people, I know people were basically saying that, Kawhi was trying to force his way out of San Antonio. That may be true. That may not be true, but it's totally different.
Yeah, Kawhi had that mysterious injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had that mysterious injury. Nobody knew what was going on. His camp is like, he's not playing this year because he doesn't want to re-aggravate the injury. I don't have a problem with what Kawhi did. It's just the load management thing is a little weird for me because I'm weird. Watching old school basketball, used to seeing guys play all 82.
Especially considering the NBA schedule now is a lot easier compared to what it used to be. So it's like, I don't understand like why a lot of these guys just really miss games like this.
Yeah. And the old school guys don't like the new school guys. New school guys don't respect the old school.
Yeah.
It's so much that goes on.
It's always a back and forth.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to explain the NBA. Because I can watch certain games, certain matchups, but I can't watch every game. Like WBA, I probably could watch every game. I don't know, because there's less games, and I only get to see the W 6 months out the year.
Yeah, it's honestly it's impossible to watch every NBA game. I'll tell you that now.
I can watch certain matchups that I want to see, but I just cannot. I'm more tuned in to a college game, honestly, than I am a professional basketball game. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
I understand that,
and I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you this though. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy because now it's like, as much as we love offense so much, and the NBA has really became more of an offensive league. We're watching teams average like 115 plus points a game, but I think the effort defensively sometimes is just not there. I mean, especially, I get it. Saying offense is fun to watch, but I mean, sometimes it sucks just watching teams score like 115 points by the end of the third quarter, because I mean that just kind of shows that there's no defense being played by the other team. So therefore, you look at college where going down a stretch of the second half or the fourth quarter, it's basically like a low scoring 2-point game, and I feel like we kind of missed that, because back then NBA games like I look at like the 04 Pistons, for example. Like they used to like teams would not score like over 60, 70 points against them. Like, it was always those type of low scoring games. So that just goes to show you that, the defensive impact was there along with the offense. So, so it's like, kind of like what I said earlier, like, when you have NBA teams just, scoring like 120, 130 points easily throughout the game, I mean, it just shows you that, the defensive presence just isn't there, which in my opinion doesn't make the game too impressive to watch.
And I wanna be in tune with the NBA during the regular season. But I used to tell my mom, like, before, probably about a couple years ago, I said, Mom, I can't watch the NBA like I watch college. Because she's like, you watch a lot of college. I'm like, yeah. Because those kids are just fighting for everything.
Yeah, I mean, and that's also the difference as well. Like, you have kids that are like fighting to be like the top player in the country or whatever. And then like compared to the NBA where people feel like they're already established.
Yeah. I love college so much, Nick. I don't know if I play
College is
college
great.
basketball, but I love college so much. I like college football too because you can't lose a game in college football.
That's
You
true.
lose a game, it's like it's over with. In the NFL, you can lose a couple games. In college
That's
football,
honestly how
you
I feel
not
with
lose.
football. Like, to be honest, like, I mean, I think I would prefer college football over the NFL. I mean, I'm not dissing the NFL because I love the NFL, but that I don't know. It's just the atmosphere of the college like football game. Like, so like I've been to many college football games and it's super electric every single time I went. Like everybody, you have one side with one team, the other side with the other fans of going for the other team. So like it just seems like it's more energy and it's more electric compared to NFL games. Now I may be wrong because I think I've only been to like 2 NFL games, and they were the Tennessee Titans. And around this time, the Tennessee Titans just really weren't that great. So I never actually been to like an NFL game to where it was like 2 contending teams. So I may be wrong.
I've been to college basketball games, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And college basketball atmosphere is man, that
It's amazing. Oh my God, it's amazing. Especially when you actually go to the school.
Yeah. College football is too many people. And I have social anxiety anyway. 90,000 people. I used to go to OU's games. OU has a great football program.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like I was smothering. And then everybody was drunk around me. I'm like,
that's true.
Oh my goodness. College is, 13,000 in an arena. I can do that. Football, I'll watch it on TV. No, thank you. Going to Thunder games is great too.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Have a great atmosphere. Oh my goodness. Woo, Connecticut up by 10. Listen,
there we go.
She tired.
They got John Paul on the bench again. Like, golly.
Yeah, she's not playing well. And I
feel she's not.
Is playing very well. Yeah, Chicago looks tired.
Yeah, they do.
They look tired. Okay. Oh, girlfriend gave her a chest bump. Isn't that cute? She was the first person to get a chest bump. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
How do they do it? They got the number 1 point guard in the country, Alabama. Didn't they get somebody else too?
They got no, I know Nick Smith, who just recently made a commit. He went to Arkansas.
Okay, he went to Arkansas. Okay.
Yeah. And then today, the other guy went to Alabama.
Okay, I always get those two confused. Same colors and everything. I always get them confused. Because Sexton went to Bama, right?
Yep.
Okay. The SEC in basketball, that's going to be interesting.
It's going to be tough. Kentucky's going to be back. Alabama obviously going to be back. You still got LSU, Arkansas. I don't know where Auburn's going to be, but I'm hoping that they have a better year. So the SEC is going to be tough. Definitely going to be tough. Tennessee as well. Mm-hmm. Tennessee. Yeah,
it's no longer Kentucky's. Like, what I mean? Whatever Florida's going to do, but they've kind of been like up and down here recruiting lately. But the SEC for the women, I'm looking forward to as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And when these conferences realign, and whenever OU and Texas go from the Big 12 to the SEC, I know a lot of it has to do with football because football makes the most money. But OU women's basketball has a new coach. OU men's basketball has a new coach. I'm interested to see those two programs this year. Kim Mulkey's no longer at Baylor. That's going to be weird.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Now they got Atlanta's coach, Atlanta Dreams' last coach.
Yeah, and she's now at LSU. Kim Mulkey is. I wonder if she can turn LSU around. Recruiting wise, what you think? Give it a couple years, and it could be.
She might be. Yeah, I'll give her possibly 2 years.
Because LSU women they had Pokey Chapman, Simone Augustus. Oh, I can go on and on and on.
Oh,
I used to love watching LSU basketball.
Yes. Especially when Simone Augustus was there. Oh my God.
Her and then Sylvia Fowles. They just had a lot of great players there at LSU. And then they used to play against Tennessee every year. I used to love it. I used to love it. Let me ask you a question. Who is the biggest rival? What's the biggest rival in women's college basketball, you think, today?
I know people will probably say UConn, South Carolina, just because Paige there. Then you got Zaya Cook on the other side for South Carolina. Then Aaliyah Boston them, or even honestly, I'll say Stanford and South Carolina, because I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like, man, South Carolina was just so close to winning that ball game. So if they see Stanford again, I think that'll definitely be a good matchup, and I think South Carolina would definitely have an answer for that. So it's really tough to really like give you like an ideal rivalry at least, because it's really just kind of up in the air. But I feel like those top teams like Utah and South Carolina, Stanford, and even like a few Baylor's up there as well. So I mean it's kind of tough to like really see like who's going to be like an ideal rivalry. But what I will say is that I'm kind of excited to see another Paige Caitlin Clark battle if it does happen.
I am too. I'm excited to see that too. Jimmy said I did the math earlier, and they're like 1,230 NBA games. Ugh.
That makes sense. I mean, if you 82 times 30, that might be it.
Yeah, that's rough for us to watch, Jimmy. And and honestly, if it's not NBA playoff basketball, I'm not really locked in on it as much as I need to be. I watch enough to not be a casual and know what I'm talking about. But other than that, it's tough. And Alyssa Thomas she's in double digits. She's
I like it. Digits. I like it.
With those 2 torn labrums and 1 in each shoulder. Wow. Sheesh. I mean, this is the Connecticut team we want to see. Now, what did Chicago look like game 3?
I think they'll come out the same way that they came in game 2, because I feel like them going on their home floor, they'll definitely have the crowd behind them. So I definitely expect them to come out with some energy. Now, but the question is, once again, how will Connecticut be able to contain that? Will they be able to, go on a run or build some momentum for themselves to where they can possibly get an upset on the road? So it'll be interesting. I think I'm not going to say game 3 could possibly decide who wins the series, but whoever wins game 3 will definitely have an advantage going through the rest of the series.
This game 3 is mighty interesting because he's taking everybody out. They're tired. They look tired.
Yeah, they do.
They look tired. James Wade doesn't go that deep on his bench like Kirk Miller does.
That's true. That's true. I mean, honestly, just think about it. Just think about that. I mean, he honestly does it because he'll go, obviously the Shields, Stephanie Dolson,
and Evans. That's it.
Yeah, Dana Evans. Yeah, so it's not really as deep, honestly.
Chicago, what you gonna do?
I think you give Chicago just a few days of rest. I think they'll be ready. I think they'll definitely be ready.
They're gonna be ready on their home floor, right?
Oh yeah, they definitely will. I think they've been playing this is like their 4th game in like the last week, so they're definitely a little gassed going after this game.
Jimmy said Louisville and UConn.
They still got Haley Van Lin. So definitely that.
Yeah. I want to see the noise that they make in the ACC this year, Louisville.
I agree. I definitely agree.
They were kind of close last year, and it just.
I think them, and then it's going to be like other teams like NC State would definitely be back as top contenders in the ACC. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna talk Women's College basketball soon. Hopefully, I can get back on this platform in 2022. I already got a travel assignment on Thursday, Nick. I'm going to do a shoot for Eli Manning, and I think we're doing it in North Jersey. It might be in New York next Thursday. So I'm already starting that travel assignment for work. So I mean,
there we go.
Yeah, got to do what I got to do. Doug Flutie and Eli Manning are doing they're doing something. I have to figure it out what it is tomorrow. But I'm going to be a production assistant on that assignment next Thursday. So that's going to be fun for me to do. I'm going to miss probably some games. This is what I really hate. Well, I don't hate it. Sorry, guys. I am blessed to have a job. Amen. This is what I'm really going to dislike. Not being able to see sporting events or be too tired to watch a sporting event. You know what I mean? So
that's true.
But we do what we got to do, Nick. We do what we got to do. Oh man, looks like
we got to get to that bag.
Yeah, looks like Connecticut's gonna win this game, Nick.
Yeah, tied up at 1-1. Which this was honestly a much needed win for Connecticut. So I'm definitely glad that they bounced back. Honestly, going down 0-2 with 2 opportunities on your home floor, especially considering that you guys had just had double buys, so you guys had a lot of rest. So if Connecticut would have went down 0-2 in this series, it would have looked so bad on their side.
Yeah, it would have looked It would have looked horrible. All right, Nick, before we get off of here, of course, this is my last ladies first show in 2021, right?
It's glad to be a part of it. Hopefully we'll be back in
Yeah.
2022.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. So I want to ask Nick before we log off because it looks like Connecticut's going to win this game. Who you got in the next game?
Game 3.
Oh,
Golly, it's gonna be tough.
Anthony, you would get on at the end of the show, wouldn't you?
Let's look at the hold on.
Anthony.
I'm all messed up here. I don't got the AirPods on yet, or something. Something's going on. Everybody's muted. This isn't what we need, Amber. I'm interrupting you.
I can hear you, Anthony.
I can't hear you through the AirPods though. Hold on.
Okay. Got the Yankees. I hope they won today.
Oh, we're playing right now. Let me tell you something. My heart doesn't have the time for this.
Hey Matt, what's going on? Spicy Queso, how are you?
Spicy
doing?
Queso.
Yeah.
How you feel about those Lakers, Queso? How you feel about those Lakers, Matt?
Uh-oh, Lakers fan.
Who needs the Lakers besides the all-time Walkers team?
Oh, y'all get a Lakers a break. It's a final. He said
They're
he's feeling
85.
great. It's a final. Connecticut has won, so series tied up 1-1. All right, Connie, we'll give you a chance to talk about your Yankees.
Oh no! Listen. I'm just here because you know what I said. Listen, I haven't been on a show with Amber in forever. I don't think I've ever done anything with Nick. I was like, you know what? I got to do a show anyway, so why not?
Welcome
There you
on.
go.
Welcome on.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
It's a pleasure. It really is. I feel like I'm with the president.
All right, Connie, anything you want to talk about? Anything you particularly want to talk about? Don't talk about the old Lakers. We can talk about
Listen, I'm sad about my girl Sab. I'm sad that she couldn't pull it out. I said that in the comments earlier, but you know,
it's okay.
I listen. I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like I watched the WNBA all season, but I tuned into that playoff game. I tuned in.
Okay.
And I saw she was playing. I said, listen, we're going to pull this one out. And then, I guess my luck just have it that we didn't.
Nick, do you want to describe the last play to him and how distraught you felt? Because I was distraught.
So
You saw the last play?
let me just say that, you know what? I mean, it seems like you're a really big Sabrina fan. Look, I'm a big Sabrina fan myself, so let me just say that. But the ball should have not been in her hands, in my opinion. We get it, Sabrina. But when you have Benijah Laney hit the game time bucket, you got to go back to the formula. You got to go back to what got you in that position. So going to Sabrina, which Sabrina's not really the ideal best 3-point shooter. Got to go Benijah.
Well, not everybody can be like me, so I don't blame her. But or I should say like Amber. We all know Amber was, the OG.
Connie, I'm not here to brag. I'm just here to listen.
Oh no,
Amber's got all the jobs.
we only brag around here, Amber. Like I say, if you don't love yourself, who else will? Nobody's a bigger fan of. Listen, nobody's a bigger fan of myself than me. Nobody.
Okay, I like that. That's the New York mentality, though. You New York guys are something else.
Yeah. Listen, it's cutthroat out here, Amber.
I know. The rat, you fight with the rats, the squirrels.
No, we fighting for the rats with the pizza too.
Bro, heck no. That is one thing I am not trying to get up against. Is going up against a rat.
And I might be taking a trip to New York next week because I told Nick that I have my first assignment with Eli Manning and Doug Flutie next week. We're out of town.
Oh, subtle flex, Nick. Nothing crazy. Just pulling up with Eli casually. I'm
gonna be working so much. I'll probably get to shake his hand and meet him, and then be running around like my chicken with my head cut off. Like with Andrea Kramer, I got to shake her hand and meet her, and then I was just all over the place.
You send him a message and say that he's the luckiest quarterback to ever walk the planet.
Oh goodness, I forgot that you are a Brady guy. You're a Patriots guy. I forgot about that. I'll let him know that, Nick. Excuse me, Connie. I'll let him know that. Nick, I love you, man.
We love you, Amber. I'm gonna say we're gonna miss you. I don't know how me and Michael are gonna do count the bucket without you, but we're gonna try to make it work.
Connie has to come on.
Listen,
Count
you
the
take
bucket,
your time. I
definitely.
got nothing but time.
Because now Michael's just gonna go on and on about Devin Booker, him being handsome. I'm gonna have to put him in his place, like, hey, we're not gonna be on that topic for right now. So it's just it's gonna be funny.
Don't worry. I control Michael on backstop, so you can do it.
Yeah,
Count the
he's
bucket,
on it with
bro.
backstop
Don't you
banter,
worry.
which, ladies and gentlemen, is coming on in just a second here. But
Yep.
I really appreciate you guys at the Unwrapped Sports Network. Connie, I'm glad you jumped on. I've been on a couple of streams with you, of course, and 2021, my life has taken a different turn. So we all know, well, not everybody knows, I got a job at NFL Films, and it seems like with each day I get more responsibility. And I'm trying to balance my new work schedule, my new city life, and everything else, travel schedule and everything like that. So I had Count the Bucket. Now Nick and Michael will gracefully take over Count the Bucket. Ladies First will be the last show this year. We got a special guest in kind that came on with us at the last minute here. And I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss streaming on Thursdays. It's already almost Friday, and I'm like, what the heck happened to my week? Am I the only one that feels this way?
Quick, yeah. It's went by really quick.
Listen, with school going on right now, I blink and it's the weekend again.
Exactly. And I really enjoy doing the show. I think I've been doing it for a year. I started it last August. Perry came to I said, Perry, I want to do my own show. We designed the Fro t-shirts together.
Hey.
I wore my Unwrapped shirt to work. People was like, what is that? It's this Unwrapped Sports Network, baby. I gotta let them know. I gotta represent.
Unwrapped.
You feel me? You did.
So it's really been a pleasure being on this show. Hopefully I can pick it back up next year. If some crazy reason I'm not able to, I appreciate all the love and support. Nick helps me out a lot with women's college basketball. I've had some great guests, and I've been guest on Connie's show. We all support each other here on the Unwrapped Sports Network, and I'm really grateful for you guys. Now, I want to make guest appearances on shows. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to do it yet, guys, so just bear with me.
Whenever you have a Saturday off or you have a Saturday available, we're always welcome back to Count the Bucket. I'll tell you that.
I know.
Listen,
but
you can come on any show I do. You know this. Come on.
I know. But I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my little poor peeking heart that has supported me through this journey of life. Now, 2021 has been difficult for everybody. 2020,
yeah, that was a blur.
That didn't even happen.
Yeah, I don't think 2021 happened either, but that's neither here nor there. If you want to watch the Super Bowl, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar will be doing a halftime performance. So tickets have went up $1,000. Probably. I'm just joking. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know.
They might tell me at work tomorrow, but I don't know just yet.
I really thought that was a real stat. I wouldn't have been surprised.
I wouldn't have been either, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm trying to work the Super Bowl, so let's keep our fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah.
So I just thank you guys for the support from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate it. This year was tough for me, moving to a new city, recovering from an Achilles injury, but the Unwrapped Sports Network has always been there for me. So I appreciate you guys so much. I feel it all in here, guys.
We appreciate you. Hey, look, man, whenever you can come back, man. Like, look, we're not gonna tell you no. We're not ever gonna say, nah, Amber can't come back.
I don't deal well with rejection, Nick. So don't do it.
Okay.
I don't deal well with rejection. If I shoot my shot, darn it better go in. That's all
right.
I gotta say.
You know what? I felt that in my soul.
See, if I shoot my shot, like
listen, if it don't go in, I'm back in bed.
Softball players, hey. You know what I mean, Connie? I can't do. I'm not that bold, Connie.
I don't do rejection. If I'm rejected, I'm back in bed.
I don't either. Trust me, I don't either.
See, I'm not the only one.
I've learned to deal with it, but again, in the back of my head, I'm like, God dang it.
See, for a woman, it's a little bit different than for a man, because for y'all are usually the ones who approach. So it's like, okay, cool. But women, like, we got to come with a different type of.
Oh no, the hell you don't. Listen, any girl come up to me, I'm gonna say, "You feeling okay?" I'm gonna say, "You good? Like, you sure this isn't a dare or this is how you get into your sorority somehow? You got to take off the ugly kid." Like, so listen, don't you females worry. And by the way, if anybody I'm available. Just saying. For the people.
Get on Hinge, the dating app that is designed to be deleted. I mean, I've heard great things, Connie.
You know what? Anything's possible. Or to Kevin Garnett.
But I am signing off for the last time 2021. I hope to see you beautiful faces back here in 2022, of course. This was episode 49 of Ladies First.
Oh man, we're just short of 50.
I know, right? One more show, we would have hit 50. But next Thursday, I will probably be so tired that I will probably just pass out on my floor when I walk into my house. Because it's going to be a long day. But for me and for Nick and my new guest, Connie, we appreciate you guys. And Backstop Banter is coming on next, so stay tuned for that.
Backstop
MLB
Banter.
playoffs, the Yankees, the Red Sox are not too far behind in that wild card race. So
don't worry, we got you guys covered. Tune in.
They got you guys covered. You guys tune into that. And hopefully I'll see you back next year. Peace and love.